Hey there, it's Angela, and I'm so glad you found your way here to architecting. Creative careers can be stressful, and it's hard to be vulnerable, but this is your landing pad for raw honesty. I'll help you get clarity, reconnect with your passion, and have the career of your dreams. If you're ready to make a difference, have an impact, and say bye-bye to burnout, stick with me, and let's get architecting. Bright lights, happy new year. Welcome to 2025. Ooh, this is going to be a really, really great year. We are in the very first whole week of a brand new year. For me, this is less about making resolutions. We all know those don't stick. Most people within 6 weeks have abandoned resolutions, but really setting the tone for the energy we want to bring in. As many of you know, I select a word of the year every single year. Some of my past words have been flow, audacity, vivid, thrive. This year, my word is connected. To me, this is a really powerful word. It's a real challenge for me as an introvert, not to just want to do what's in my comfort zone and do what I can do by myself. The word connected is a real challenge to me personally to constantly remember that I am part of an ecosystem and that I am not alone, but that I also have to consciously reach out to my network and the larger community. And I thought it would be really cool to spend some time today exploring what that idea of connected looks like in our careers. One of the big focuses I have here at Architecting is helping you have stressless success to overcome that overwhelm, stress, and burnout. And connection plays a huge role in that because leading causes of stress, overwhelm, and burnout are not feeling engaged, not feeling supported, not feeling a purpose. So connections help us to feel engaged because we can start to see how we are valued. Employees that are engaged feel more productive, satisfied, and generally excited about showing up and doing what they do. When we have connections, we also have better collaboration. We're always that bridging and balancing that idea of competition versus collaboration. Competition is that red ocean energy. It's about constantly comparing yourself and trying to outdo somebody else, trying to prove yourself. On the other hand, collaboration is about leveraging resources and making space for innovation. When you feel more connected to people, kind of makes sense that you would be more likely to collaborate because there is more trust there. There is more understanding even of what people are interested in, what they're working on, and you start to see where those synergies might actually be. Connection also is vital to feeling a sense of belonging. Like these are your people and they get you and they have your back and you can talk to them about things because they've been there too and they understand. These are your resources, your mentors, your peers. We've talked about the importance of a genius group in past episodes. All that is part of that sense of belonging. Those positive social connections. That helps so much with stress too, because now you have an outlet. You've got somebody to talk to. And they're not just going to give you a bunch of platitudes or a handout or a brochure on how to manage stress that you're never going to do anyway. They're actually going to have the empathy of saying, I understand. I know how hard that can be, or I know how frustrating this can be. And now you're going to be much more receptive to hear what they say. And you're also going to be more likely to do it because you have that endorsement from somebody who's been there that this strategy works. And you know they're going to check back in with you. It's a no-brainer to say that if you feel connected, you're going to stay where you are doing what you're doing. So this helps you with staff if you can create and cultivate that culture of connection. Your people are going to stick with you. They're going to be loyal. All of this together is really going to help to do the work we're here to do, because none of us are meant to do it alone. Any idea you have, any mission you have is only going to be amplified as you work through it with like-minded people, as you let go of that need to do it all yourself and open yourself up to constructive criticism, to differing points of view that you might not have thought of, to opportunities to improve things. There are some specific types of connection that you can think about if this sounds like a direction you'd like to also explore this year. Connections can be around things like, say, a concept, a specific project type or theme that somebody wants to explore, and they want to explore it so deeply they're willing to do it even on their own time. And if we can pair them up with not only the opportunities on projects, but also other people who are going to share that passion, that's going to create a connection. Another type of connection is emotional connection. The value or the purpose or the cause behind what we're doing. So somebody can be an advocate, and that can feel very powerful. And if we can help them find professional organizations, community organizations, or even opportunities within your firm for them to be aligned and be an advocate, that's going to create a strong connection around that. And don't think that this means that whatever you're doing, everybody has to be aligned all the time. Everybody has to have the exact same goals and be friends who are going to go out for happy hour after work. It's really about relating to the people, ideas, objectives, perspectives, values that are present in the work that you are doing, and finding those reasons to get out of your personal silo of what you love to do and connect what you are doing to what somebody else is doing. And some informal ways that you can encourage connection is not to make it always about the project you're trying to do, but just creating opportunities for people to informally speak with one another. Maybe it's a team lunch, or it's a breakout session with a prompt, something where you can talk without feeling pressure to produce something at the end, or to have to know or say or do something really profound, because it's going to affect your behavior. You're going to feel less authentic maybe, and more in that proving energy of competition. By interacting frequently, you start to learn more about one another. You start to see how things can work, where opportunities lie, to really see the values that resonate. And I can tell you that the more I share about things I'm doing, including where I feel stuck, where my vulnerabilities are, the more I can see other people starting to see how they can contribute. I start to see more and more commonalities around the work I'm doing and the work of others. More ways that having a convergence of ideas is a lot more beneficial than everybody going off and coming up with their own version of something and then having to build consensus around it. So, I've gone to conferences where people talk about a lot of the issues that my research is about. And because we're all creative people and they're doing good work too, they have their own vocabulary and their own categories and their own ways of characterizing the issue. Well, now what happens? Now are we having competing methodologies, competing frameworks? Which one is better? And we don't want to go there, right? That's just making more work for everyone versus when we can reach out to that person, when we can strengthen our network, when we can begin to say, where's the connections? Where's the way that your work is informing my work? And maybe they're actually both getting better and they're both getting refined. So we're voices in the industry who are agents of change. This can also work on a personal level. It can help you to find mentors. It can help you to find people who are dealing with a lot of the same issues that you are in your career, who can point you towards resources and support. And this is a short episode today, but I hope one that is giving you a lot to think about. I'm trying out my new microphone that I got as a Christmas gift from my daughter, so hopefully I sound even more resonant. I really want this podcast to be a resource for you. Make sure that you reach out to me with ideas for topics. I often do Ask Me Anything episodes where I bring up an issue that someone from the architecting community has suggested in the hopes that through the experience of one, we are addressing the issues of the many. And together we are working to build a better and a stronger and a more relevant profession. The work you do matters. It touches people's lives. It impacts the quality of those lives. But it's work that is very complex and very demanding. And it is so easy to get lost in the trenches of just being technically competent, managing clients, marketing and getting work. This is really your safe space here to think more about the purpose behind it all, so we don't lose sight of our big whys and don't succumb to the overwhelm, stress, and burnout that can come when it just feels like work, not purpose-driven things that we get to do every day. Remember to like, rate, and review wherever you are listening to this podcast. Share your insights with me, and happy 2025. Stay connected.